Okay. And in this data container, it's the SL weapon, and I just call it data. Okay. And we instantiate a generic object of it, a blank slate. Now, in this data, we make sure all the data that we want to save is equal to this class right here. And it's important for it not to be mono because it just doesn't work very well if it's mono. And then after we make sure it is all equal right here, and notice there's an array of vector 3's in here. If you do a serial, a binary formatter, it will not take a vector 3. You have to do a custom class, okay? So make sure that you know this, okay? And you make it point to an array of vector 3's. It's just that simple. Now, this XML serializer, we call it SR, we tell it to go into the local file because it takes two parameters, and there's different ones and stuff. Well, we tell it to go from the file, and what to put in it is the data. Everything that we put right here is going to be stuffed in this file. Just crammed it in there. And then we close the file. Okay. Now, in our loading object, we do pretty much the same thing. We do the serializer and a type of this. Now, in the file stream, I gave you both the file path dot combine, which takes one and then another. It deals with overloads and stuff. But either one of these is just a different way of doing it. Okay? Except on this one, we open it to create something. And this one, we just open it because we want everything in it. Now, this LS weapon, we cast it to a generic class. Okay? Because we need, we just cast it to a generic object so that we can get the values out of it because we need it. Okay, we need a cache version of it so we can make it equal to what we need. Now, and this deserialize, we deserialize the file coming from the file stream. So everything coming from this file is being deserialized. Okay, so when we're going from this file that we want to load stuff into, like we want to change these values, so we're loading, we go this or whatever you want to change the values of, and then from our data container, which is this ls weapon equal to the deserialized version of it, we equal it over to the values that we want coming from the file, okay, which is coming from this class right here. Now notice there is arrays in here, not lists or anything like that. We don't have to iterate or nothing because this is also an array. So basically you're just making it equal something else. Simple, just basic copying, like copy and paste. And then we close. We don't have to do anything else. Simple as that. You're done. Now, these, because we're going from XML serializable, we have to have these in here. Okay. XML get schema. I just have it return null. Then read XML reader. And I got a debug in here, but they don't ever run. Okay. These are used if you want to make custom classes, custom ways of doing XML, which I'm not going to get into because this serves the purpose of our weapons for us. And then in Unity, we could just make a script that imports it however which way we want. through resource.load or vice versa. We could pass this around. This gives us our information. And the cool thing about this is it will take vector 3s in. So no custom classes that we need to integrate or anything. It takes floats, ints, vector 3s. It won't take game objects, which is fine. I mean, the other method didn't do game objects either. But as far as I can tell, this one's a lot more versatile than a binary formatter. So, and this is used for customizing. You can easily look around and get, you know, different methods of using this. But this works for values based on the file. Very easy to work with. And even if this was all gone, like so, all gone, and you see us saved, we can go into here. Now, it will get an error because it reads nothing, but we can fix that. We can fix that. We just go in here, save a new file, because we're not loading, we're saving. Okay. Now, we just open our file, like so, and bam, it's saved all that good stuff again. So that was our XML tutorial and how we can use it in our FPS game. Now, I know it's not a full tutorial on XML, but it's enough for our first person shooter. It's enough for basic values that we need. And there's plenty of content about XML if you really wanted to know about it. But this creates a file for you. It does values like we need in our thing. It doesn't do methods or anything, but you know, that's a whole nother ball game. Now, you know, just as I explained in one of my other videos, there's a campaign to contribute, and you know, there's some cool videos about some games that you can tinker with, and that's about it. So, you know, if you like this explanation, please like, subscribe, comment. I'll see if I can answer your question as best as possible. And, you know, I'm going to be doing some research on maybe importing a model at runtime so we can fix certain things. Because I have a funny feeling we can make our FPS game really sweet when it comes to certain things. So stay tuned, take care, and, you know, do your YouTube stuff and research. Now, just, I don't know, do your thing. So thank you for your time, guys, and I appreciate your support, and take care. Bye bye, and enjoy Friday.